Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Mandir in Denver, Colorado. I'm Yamachit, and so very glad that you could join us today for this is part 19 of our series on meditations of the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. And we'll be doing some meditations that involve outward focus and inward focus as well. Start out with a couple of announcements. This coming Friday at 7 o'clock will be part 3 of our series of modern japa practice for the West. 7 o'clock live on YouTube, or you can join us here at our temple, 1260 South Xavier Street in Denver, Colorado. Next Tuesday's Vijnana Bhairava Tantra entry will actually be at 6 p.m. Will last about an hour. And then at 7 p.m., we'll be doing a Kriya Yoga Satsang. The Vijnana Bhairava Tantra program will be live broadcast. The Kriya Yoga Satsang at 7 will be in person only. And then the following Friday, we'll be doing part 11 of our series of the 12 Kalis of the Krama lineage. We'll be doing a fire puja to Mahakala Kali, the 11th Kali of the Krama Stotram. So those are some upcoming events. I'm going to turn our camera back to our altar, which is going to be the focus of most of our meditations. So let's get that a nice, there we go. And we're going to go right into our opening puja. So I invite you to sit comfortably in a position where your back is straight, either sitting on the floor or a mat or in a chair. I invite you to close your eyes. And let's start by taking some nice, deep, slow yogic breaths. And just taking a moment, prepare for our meditations, opening ourselves up to this opportunity for self-exploration and for learning, and also discovering on a deeper level both the universal consciousness of the universe, which includes understanding the divine presence within ourselves. So letting go of the cares of the day, focusing our awareness on the present moment. And taking this time for ourselves. And slowly bringing the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Begin our practice by chanting the syllable Om 3 times. Inhale. Inhale and exhale, slowly opening your eyes. Om Pavitra Pavitrova Vistam Gatopya Yashmare Pandrikaksham Sabhyavyanta Sushi Om Shuklam Bharanam Vishnum Zashivanam Jutujam Prasnavaranam Dayat Sarva Vigna Pasantaye Jaganesha Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshvara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Jai Guru Om Triambakam Yajamaye Sagandim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Vandhanam Mrityur Mukshyamamritat Om Namah Shivaya Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapalini Durga Shama Shiva Datri Svasvadanamostute Jai Tvam Devi Chamunde Jai Bhutitaharani Jai Sarvagate Devi Kalaratri Namostute Jai Makali Om Namah Shivaya Jai Mata Di. So, our first meditation is going to involve listening to the sounds within ourselves. So, your eyes will be closed, you'll be breathing deeply, tightening the pelvic floor. This is something called Mula Bandh. Basically, you're going to be squeezing the same muscles that you would squeeze if you were stopping a stream of urine. And then with fingers on both of your hands, you're just going to close the ears, breathe deeply, and listen to the inner sounds of the body and find within those sounds the mantra Om. So let's begin by tightening the pelvic floor, closing the eyes, Breathing deeply. And then closing the ears and listening to that inner Om. So I invite you now to take a deep and a clearing breath, letting go of the meditation, releasing the muscles of the pelvic floor, opening the ears, opening the eyes, keeping the eyes at a relaxed gaze. And just rest for a moment and just feeling the effects of this meditation. Having closed the ears and the lower openings, meditate on the inner space of the unstruck sound and enter the eternal. So this meditation was based on verse 114 of the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. It's actually similar to another meditation that we did much earlier in the series where we were doing Jyoti Mudra, where we're also putting some pressure on the eyes with our fingers in addition to plugging the ears. And so the principal focus is on the sounds of the inner body. It could be the sound of the breath, the sound of blood flowing, but just the sounds of the body that you hear when your ears are closed, and finding within that sound the creative, expansive vibration of Om, that very powerful yet very simple seed syllable or Bij mantra. We can hear and meditate on the seed mantra anytime and anywhere. Just listening to a wind or a flowing stream, ocean waves. We can even hear Om in city traffic and the sounds of machinery like a fan. So again, this is a meditation that can be done at any time. Just finding that Om in the sounds of your space. And then in this exercise, we also held Mulaband, the tightening of the pelvic floor, which aids in the raising of Kundalini Shakti, of that central channel, the Sushumna, from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. So we began with an inner meditation. We're now going to do an outer meditation. And our meditational focus is going to be the smoky quartz crystal sphere that's in the center of our altar. So I'm actually going to turn a light out for this because I'm going to invite you to focus on the deepest, darkest regions of the crystal. So look at the crystal where it is the most black. And I think I'm going to move our flame too for this one there. That helps. So looking at your screen, looking at the crystal, keeping your gaze relaxed, breathing deeply, and clearing the mind. Focusing upon the darkness, upon the void. And letting your mind become equally as deep and without form. So we're doing this rather simple example of this meditation using your screen, but I invite you to try this meditation elsewhere, just anytime you come across anything that has a profound darkness, such as a deep hole or a well or a darkened room. Just look at it steadily. Keeping your eyes relaxed, your back straight, and breathing deeply. Just focusing upon emptiness. blink if you need to, so that you remain comfortable. And as you stare into that abyss, just let your mind dissolve into that bottomless darkness and merge into oneness with the great mystery of life. And then take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation. Maybe blink your eyes a couple of times. But now keep your eyes open. And again, your gaze relaxed. Just sit for a minute and check in with yourself. And again, just notice how you feel after doing this meditation. What effects did this meditation have on you? So verse 115 of the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. Steadily look into a bottomless darkness, such as a deep hole or well. Your mind will become free of thoughts and will immediately dissolve. So the activity of staring into a dark void can certainly have hypnotic effects. And this is the basis of such activities such as scrying. In fact, that's why I chose to use a smoky quartz scrying ball for this meditation. So focusing on the void, the sensory mind pauses, giving way to thinking of a much more intuitive fashion. And that's really the secret behind crystal gazing. So this is yet another meditation that can be practiced anytime, like listening for Om in the background noise. This form of visual meditation is also known as Tratika. That's the traditional name for it. Focusing on a particular sight or sound serves as an example of how life itself is full of opportunities to touch into the great unseen, the great unknown. So we're going to turn our focus inwards again. So I invite you to again close your eyes, breathe deeply, and just take a moment to still your mind. So now, while you're breathing, I invite you to think about this statement, which I'm going to read through 3 times. Wherever my mind goes, whether to the outer world or to the inner world of thoughts, images, feelings, dreams, there is the all-pervasive consciousness. Where else can the mind go? There is only one consciousness. Wherever my mind goes, whether to the outer world or to the inner world of thoughts, images, feelings, dreams, there is the all-pervasive consciousness. Where else can the mind go? There is only one consciousness. Wherever my mind goes, whether to the outer world or to the inner world of thoughts, images, feelings, dreams, there is the all-pervasive consciousness. Where else can my mind go? There is only one consciousness. So now I invite you to continue to repeat to yourself silently as you breathe deeply. There is only one consciousness. 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 Wherever your mind goes, whether to the outer world or the inner, there is Shiva, the all-pervasive consciousness. Where else can the mind go? Verse 116 of the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. I invite you now to take a deep and clearing breath, letting go of the meditation. Slowly opening your eyes, keeping a relaxed gaze, and just taking a moment. And just again feel the effects of this meditation. So this is a recurring theme throughout this tantric scripture. The idea there is only one consciousness. Every object, every state, every place, every thought, every tree, every atom, every universe, every mood, every memory, every dream, all this is Shiva Shakti, just consciousness, the one consciousness of the universe. As we focus on this, there's no other place where our minds can go. Our sense of separation drops away, and we feel the oneness of life and the connection with all things and all persons. So now we're going to go to another outer meditation. So I invite you to look upon your screen again. Keep your gaze relaxed. Breathe deeply, slowly, and just focus your sight on one of the devotional images that you see on our altar. Just breathe deeply. Once again, still your mind. Just continue looking at the image that you've chosen to focus on. Just become aware that this act of looking, as we do this, our consciousness is flowing through our eyes out to the object. Once you become steady in this awareness, begin to understand that the object you are seeing is also nothing but consciousness appearing in that form. Just as your ability to see is the sense of light being reflected off of the object and then being collected by your eyes. So the awareness that flows through your eyes outwards to the object, as well as the object itself, and the light reflected off of it, which registers back to your eyes, are again nothing but pure consciousness. So continue to focus, continue to breathe, and just allow yourself to shift and back into that state of oneness. Contemplate the consciousness that flows through your senses, as well as the objects of your senses, are nothing but consciousness. You will dissolve in a state of divine fullness. Verse 117. So I invite you now to take another deep and clearing breath, letting go of this meditation, bringing back your awareness to yourself and your surroundings. Resting for a moment, and again, just noticing the effects of our meditation. So this is yet another Tratika meditation where we use one of our senses as a gateway to experiencing oneness. And we can apply this same type of meditation to any object which is detected by our senses. So I invite you to try this in the days ahead, whether it's seen, smelled, touched, heard, or tasted by us. Realize that there is in reality nothing but pure consciousness. So in this meditation, like others, we're contemplating that we are the one who sees, we are the act of seeing, and we are that which is seen, and all are part of the same consciousness. And as we come to this realization in this type of meditation, our sense of separation, our sense of duality dissolves. So let's finish up with one more inner meditation. So for one last time, I invite you to sit comfortable. Breathing deeply, close your eyes. And take a moment again to still your mind. So I invite you now to remember a moment of intensity. It could be a birth, a death, someone saying I love you for the first time, a car accident, a sneeze, receiving bad news, or really receiving good news as well, for that matter, or just any other intense event that comes to mind. Just feel that exact moment when the intensity overwhelmed your mind and left you for an instant in a highly alert, timeless, and spacious awareness. And just stay with that experience for a while, understanding that this is a very powerful glimpse of the awakened state. At the beginning and the end of sneezing, or when in terror, sorrow, or confusion, or while fleeing from a battlefield or an intense curiosity, or at the beginning or end of hunger, notice that this state of intensity is like the awakened state. So, verse 118 of the Vijnana Bhairava Tantra. invite you to take another deep and clearing breath. Let go of the meditation and the memory. Become aware again of your surroundings. Slowly open your eyes again, keeping a relaxed gaze. And again, just check in with yourself. Just notice how you're feeling and what effects this meditation may have had. So in any unexpected moment of intensity, our mind will often spontaneously stop for an instant. And the intensity of the situation then momentarily overwhelms the mind and we move into a thought-free state. So this type of meditation once again reminds us the intensity of these experiences is nothing but pure life energy that's surging through us at a given moment. And by shifting our attention from our thoughts about the situation to the energy itself, we can understand the experience of our awakened consciousness. So meditation such as this also helps to prepare us to catch these same type of moments when they occur naturally in our and spontaneously in our lives, so that we can learn to stay with the pure energy of the moment and our awakened perceptions. So I invite you to slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Happiness to all Earth's creatures. Om peace, peace, peace. Om Tat Sat Om. So it shall be. Jai Ganesha, Jai Guru. Om Namah Shivaya. Jai Ma Devi, Jai Ma Kali, Jai Mata Di. I invite you to take a moment and express gratitude to yourself for taking part in these practices this evening. And know that you can try these again in different forms in these next few days. And namaste. Blessings always. And thank you so very much for joining me this evening. As always, if you have any questions, comments, please feel free to email me at our temple email address, omcdevi@gmail.com. That's AUMC Devi, DEVI, at gmail.com. Love to hear from you. Have a wonderful evening. And I look forward to you joining us Friday night for a third installment of the Chub Practice series. Till then, namaste. Jema Tadi. And thank you.